Oh, is it recording? Oh, okay. Hi there, this is Kenneth Carrington, executive producer of Film Tangents. Thank you for joining us for the Film Tangents Thanksgiving special.
Shut the fuck up!
It seems Thanksgiving Day is upon us. I haven't even finished eating all my Halloween candy!
I'm thankful for yams.
Yams.
Comfort food.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Film Tangents for the Season 3 finale and the Thanksgiving special. We got Jack back in the building.
I clicked
Hey,
the
guys.
orange. This is supposed to be the air.
Way to set the tone. Yeah, there you go. That's the tone we want. But we're back, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you if you're listening. And hope everybody has a fantastic Thanksgiving this week. Boys, what are we doing for Thanksgiving? I'm going home to visit the fam.
Yeah, well, for me, I guess
today, actually.
Yeah, for me, it's something where we talked about that before we started recording. I'm driving away. Everybody's driving elsewhere to go see each other. So it'll be kind of like an traditional, family event, but seeing the family 100%.
Yeah, same here. Just gonna hang out, see the family. Been traveling a lot, so looking forward to just staying put in one place. And parents moved into a new house, so first Thanksgiving in a new place. So it should be interesting.
Nice.
Should be fun.
We've got to see that house, man.
Yeah,
Haven't
for
seen it
sure.
yet.
Yeah, it's still like between being set up and not, because they're just kind of taking their time trying to get the other one staged and sold before they do move everything over. So.
That's dope. Dude, I'm so looking forward to just stuffing my face on Thanksgiving.
Yes. Yeah.
I always go for the drumstick. Everybody in my house knows that. I go for one of the drumsticks.
It's like it has your name on it.
Oh, yeah.
Power play.
No one else wants it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I just,
I
dude,
love
I just go
drumsticks too.
for
Yeah,
it.
they're great.
Oh, yeah. Pour a bunch of gravy on that thing.
Chomp down.
Stuffing.
Mm.
We do the traditional,
I
the
love
stuffing.
Love
Oh,
stuffing.
my God. Dude.
I look forward to that more than turkey.
Anything else? Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of a
I'm not gonna
highlight,
lie.
isn't it?
I respect
it's
it.
It's kind of a hot take. I think turkey's pretty overrated, even for Thanksgiving, man. I don't fuck with turkey like that. I'm not gonna lie.
I understand it. It's a little dry. You gotta soak it in gravy.
You do.
You know?
You do.
And if you're not like a big cranberry sauce person, I think that kind of hurts
That affects you. I like cranberry
your
sauce.
ability to
Yeah.
really enjoy it. Yeah.
I like turkey.
I
like
usually
soft
make
turkey.
the cranberry sauce, but yeah, I don't enjoy it as much. Yeah, dude, the turkey and the stuffing, obviously, hot take, I know. Sometimes we do a mac and cheese. I don't know if we're gonna do that this year.
That's good.
But,
That's a good one.
I think that actually was one of my sister's ex-boyfriends who did that one, and I think she needs to start dating him again so that we can get
It was like
that
really
dish
good.
back.
We need it. It's like
Yeah,
there needs to be
because
like
it had cracker
Yeah.
crumbles.
there needs to be like re-access to that mac and cheese. Like, hey man,
Yeah,
Turn
and he
up.
was a good dude too.
Turn
Just
up.
not good enough for my
After
sister.
the mac and cheese. Dude,
oh, dude,
sweet
and then
potatoes,
just
man. Like sweet
Oh,
potatoes.
yeah.
I love yams, bro.
yeah.
yams, comfort food.
Mm.
That's I put that clip in our intro there of the Dexter Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for yams. Dexter on his awkward Thanksgiving with a fellow serial killer. Yeah. Oh, dude, and just chowing down and then tossing back like 2-3 glasses of red wine. And then just curling up on that couch. And while the
crashing out.
old people are all blabbering on, you just
Yeah, dude, just
fall
go into a
asleep.
little slumber.
Oh man.
Yeah.
God, I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, like when you're young, you're like, it's Christmas is the shit. But the older I get, I'm like, man, Thanksgiving really is the shit. 'Cause
Yeah, it's just such
like,
a comfort thing, isn't it?
it's comfort, and you're still looking forward to Christmas. By
Yeah.
the time Christmas Day comes around, the Christmas season is wonderful,
Yeah.
but when Christmas Day comes around, it's over.
It's Jover.
Like then you're
Yeah.
going into shitty ass January.
Yeah.
You know,
There's nothing else to look forward to anymore. Back to counting down to
Yeah.
Christmas.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right, yeah. I think that's what my girl and I were talking about that. Like, I think that's what one of the things that makes Halloween so great too is that part of it is you're still got Thanksgiving and Christmas on the horizon.
Yeah.
So like even when Halloween's over, it's not as sad because you're like, well, we still got the Thanksgiving. You got this little lull in November, and it's nice, and there's no obligations. You don't have to get presents for everybody.
Yeah.
There's no like Thanksgiving movies that we gotta watch this year, or there's no Thanksgiving lights that
You
you have
just
to
show
go
up.
see.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Exactly. You just show up on the
Yeah.
feast, make the cranberry sauce, and iron the tablecloth for your poor mother who's
Yeah.
been
Made
just
everything.
working her
Yeah.
ass off to feed everybody.
Yeah.
And then you
And you enjoy.
you
Yeah.
feast.
It's like a
Yeah.
trifecta, It's a trifecta, like Halloween and the Thanksgiving and Christmas, It's like bang, bang, bang.
Yeah. It's
3
the
months.
best time of the year.
Back to back to
know?
back, you have stuff like going on in each one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we mentioned before the show started, David Fincher is
Fincher?
doing
Yeah.
Squid Game. Do I have that right?
Yes,
Mr.
he
Edward?
is. He is, because this is the thing with Fincher. And like a post that I saw online was somebody saying like it was one of those like if I had a time machine like posts like memes, 'cause in the post the nature of it was saying something along the lines of average person if they have a time machine, they go back to the past and they tell themselves like bet everything on this or put this for the lotto or whatever. And then it's like me, if I had a time machine, it's like they would go back in time and tell David Fincher not to sign an exclusivity deal with Netflix.
Oh, is that what he has?
Yes.
Is that why he keeps? So that's like what Mindhunter
Mhm.
is, and then the Killer.
The Killer, yes. And now Squid Game,
now-
yes. He has an exclusive deal with Netflix to where he can only make content for them. And that's where that whole meme or that thing that I sent you guys for the whole your ass used to be beautiful thing. Because Fincher has fallen off, man.
I mean, why would you? If you're one of the greatest,
One of the goats.
I mean, Fincher's the best of the century.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Maybe.
possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's our generation's, like, Scorsese.
He's one of the- he's
His
one of
movies
the-
aren't similar, but he's
up
like
there.
our
Yeah.
generation's auteur.
Yeah, he's one of the great ones. Like I feel like of those like 90s, 2000s guys, like he's up there. Like his name is up with all of those other guys, the Tarantinos and the PTAs and all those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as far as a body of work goes, if we were to say, like, what's your favorite director based on their body of work, I gotta say it'd probably be Fincher.
Yeah, for me, it is PTA, but Fincher's close. I
Yeah.
think Fincher is second for me, honestly. Like of these guys, honestly, he might be like second, and third might be like Nolan. Honestly, like Tarantino's somewhere maybe in the top 10, but I like these guys more than him.
Yeah,
You
I
think like
respect that.
Squid Game's English version, like, what's the need for that?
Exactly,
Like,
especially
people
since Squid
can't
Game
read
already
subtitles.
like didn't Squid Game already like fall off like by the third season? Already really care that much anyway?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't
Well,
heard
not only
much-
that, it was huge in the U.S.
Exactly,
already.
it was huge already. It was huge already. And it's like I think it's like a Korean show, right? I don't think it's Japanese.
Yeah, it's South Korean.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
it was already like for a South Korean show, it was like globally huge. I remember when it came out, like 2019 or
Thanks,
whatever.
Jake. We thought it was North Korean. I said South Korean.
South Korean, not up to the standards. The North
Yeah.
Korean, they're not up there. But it's one of those things where I remember like when Squid Game came out. I think I remember going. I went to my home country over Christmas, like 2019, I think it was, and like my aunt was talking to me about that, and I was like, "Oh man, this show's that big. People are like here in my home country are talking about this," and somehow Netflix, after hitting a home run with that show, they're like, "Yeah, we need Fincher to make the U.S. like remake." I don't know. That's how.
Yeah.
I don't know why
Doesn't
Fincher
make sense.
would put himself up for that. I don't know.
No,
His
I
ass
watched.
used to be beautiful.
I know, man. I watched half of season 1 of Squid Game, and I was like, no, I'm not watching this.
It's funny because
It's overhyped.
yeah,
Like,
it's one of the,
I can't finish it. I
Yeah.
don't care.
I watched I think like the first 20 minutes of the first episode.
Really?
And
Of
then I
course.
was like, I don't care.
I know.
And
Yeah,
this was
just
like
don't give a
6
shit.
years ago, and I've never gone back.
I watched the first season all the way through.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you anything that happened. I
Yeah.
might have been preoccupied. Who knows? But I watched like
Oh,
Yeah,
I think I know what that
Whoa,
means.
whoa.
but like when
Nice.
the second season came out, thank you for those noises.
Yeah.
But like when the second season came out, like me and my current girlfriend like sat down and we're like, oh, we both watched it. Like, maybe we'll just throw it on. We watched like 5 minutes of the second season, first episode, and we just turned it off. We're like, no, they can't. I just can't do that.
It's like it's kind of like Westworld. That happened to Westworld too. Like
It
the
just fell
first
off.
season,
Yeah.
everybody was like, "Oh my god!"
The
and
best
then
show
season
ever.
two-
Yeah. And it's funny
Yeah.
because it was
Westworld's another one I couldn't
Yeah,
get through.
Dude, I couldn't get through it. Like
It's tough.
Westworld, I watched the first episode, because we had to watch it for class. And then I think I like watched like 20 minutes of the second one, and I was like, this is over. I was like, it's over. I can't do this. I can't do it.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
people don't understand, man, because I feel like some folks, Jake understands, even though he piles on, but I feel like people listening, they might not understand like my struggle with TV. Like because I feel like people might listen to this and be like, oh, I've already seen like 5 TV shows. I've seen a shit ton of TV, like a shit ton. And if you even count like anime into that, I've seen like a humongously ridiculous amount. I've seen all of One Piece. Like I've watched a lot of television, so it's like.
It's enough television for life.
It's like thousands of episodes. I've seen all of Dragon Balls, all of Naruto, like all of these stuff, and all of the great, most of the great American shows of yesteryear. I've seen those, and it's like, at this point, my mileage is just so like, it's done for. So it's like I'll watch Westworld or whatever, even if people were hyping that show up. Like after episode 1, I was like, this is not worth my time. So.
I was watching a
respect
little. I was watching a little Dragon Ball Z the other day, actually.
That's worth your time.
Because
for sure.
yeah, the last in the climax of my book that I'm writing, which I'm finally anybody who gives a shit, which is probably nobody. My revisions are now at the climax of my novel, so I'm getting close. I'm
Nice.
getting close. I'm revising the climax. When in the climax you have this big like Thanos style, Avengers versus Thanos style fight, but in a horror fantasy setting. So imagine if Pinhead became almost as powerful as Thanos.
Oh, very cool.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cause something like that,
It's like grabbing your nutsack.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Putting pins in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go watch like a bunch of. I just wanted to watch a bunch of stuff to get the creative juices flowing for that, because I'm doing some pretty heavy rewrites in the third act, particularly in the climax, and yeah. So I was rewatching like Avengers versus Thanos, and that's the name of the movie, I believe, Avengers versus Thanos, right?
That's that one.
Yeah, tempting.
Part 2.
Avengers versus Thanos, wicked game. And then yeah, I was watching a little bit of Dragon Ball Z where Goku fights Beerus, the cat god. I like that guy.
Yeah, Battle of
Yeah,
Gods.
Beerus is awesome.
Yeah.
Beerus is cool, man. That guy's so relaxed. Yeah.
I only saw the
Goku
one
throws
movie.
like Goku throws like a Godzilla beam at him, and he just kind of shrugs it off.
Like, what did you watch that he was?
Kamehame.
Did you watch like
It was like a half-hour YouTube video, just them fighting.
Oh, okay. Because I
But
never
it was
watched.
I think it was from Z. Like it wasn't the old show.
Yeah, because well, it was from Dragon Ball Super. Because like Dragon Ball Z is the old show.
Yeah, that's now the old.
That's
show.
now the
That's
old
true.
show. Yeah, but it's like with Vera's, I only watched Battle of Gods. Like they made a movie where they introduced him, and then I never watched Dragon Ball Super, so I really don't know what they did with any of that. But yeah, cool that you watched it though.
It might have been that. I think it was Battle of Gods. 'Cause I
Okay.
think they have like if they have copyrighted content, then it advertises the movie at the bottom. And
Okay.
I think it was that.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's a good
But,
fight that they have in that movie.
Yeah, that was good.
That show's
Um,
crazy, man. How you go from Krillin being like the main op to like fighting gods. Like it really,
Yeah, the power
really
scaling just
starts
got
and
out
ends.
of control. It's insane
It
in that
it
show.
just scales to infinity.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
That was always like it's cool. Then I still haven't seen Jujutsu Kaisen. I've been meaning to, but it's cool to see kind of like the where you start with shonen, like battle shows, like with Dragon Ball, where it's like you said, like at the very beginning of it, it's like Krillin or like Yamcha, and then eventually it's like like a planetary level like thing.
yeah, Frieza.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's insane. But it's interesting then when how you watch. That's the fascinating thing about me and the history of that media. And then you watch something like Hunter x Hunter, and it's like so low. Like compared to that, it's like so low stakes. Like, oh, he's Sokka. It's like okay, But that's what I love it. 'Cause-
Clown.
yeah, exactly. But it's like that was the fault of Dragon Ball, and then how shows like Hunter x Hunter or stuff like Jujutsu Kaisen that I haven't even seen evolved it, right? It's like, okay, let's bring everything back down to earth, but just make it more like a personal thing and not like, oh, the whole planet is going to blow up. So like, let's have character stakes. But yeah, that's beside the point anyway.
So, what's the best Thanksgiving joke you know?
Thinking it's going to be relaxing or enjoyable.
Yeah, so before we get the movie started, we're going into the new year. After this premieres, Film Tangents is season 3 is done, which means the show is done for 2025. And by the time this comes out in a few days, we got more or less like a month and a week until 5 weeks until the new year, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
And I had some thoughts because I remember last year, at the end of the season 2 finale, I think I was imparting some New Year advice onto our listeners. I think I might have referenced the movie Clerks, right?
Yes.
And I was just talking about kind of the concept of transforming your life. If you're stuck in a rut, it was kind of the idea, right? That I think a movie like Clerks is really good at. That movie changed my life. And I want to get into this with you guys. Maybe we could get into this on this episode, like while we're watching the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I want us to ramble while we're watching the movie. We don't need to comment
on the movie.
We don't need to feel pressured to comment on it. Nobody's watching this with us.
Yeah.
It's just fun to throw it on, and we can ramble about whatever we want, boys. But I would love to hear actually what movies maybe impacted you guys in such a profound way that you actually changed like the course of your life, or maybe a book or anything, right?
Yeah.
But I kind of went on that rant last year about basically saying, like, look, if you're stuck in a rut, you can absolutely transform your life, right? And so my question to you, listeners, did you do anything this year? Did you do anything? Well, Jake, who are you to give us advice? I'm a happy guy. I'm a fit, financially comfortable guy with a beautiful girlfriend, so I can speak on this, and I'm very happy.
Jake's
all right,
qualified.
so yeah, I am qualified. I'm not Elon Musk, but I'm qualified. I live a charmed life.
Yeah.
So yeah, like if you're gonna write down in the comments, who are you to give advice? Save it. Just save it, because I absolutely, unless you can say those all of those things that I just said, you can learn something from this. But I was thinking recently, there were a few instances that made me remember this. But as many of you know, I used to work in sales, and a couple of years ago, I worked for 2 companies during sales, and the second company that I worked for, that job was real. That was the shortest I've ever worked anywhere. I think I worked there for like 7 months, and then I switched jobs to the job I have right now, which is a fantastic job. I have no plans of leaving anytime soon at all. But when I was at that second sales company, it was real like guerrilla sales. It was like we go in and it's like the company was just still figuring everything out. It was a bit of a crapshoot. And I remember we were working on, management really worked hard on this script for us, right? This sales script. that we would run through when we called customers and current customers trying to upgrade them. But anyway, and I remember they gave us the script, right? And they were like, if you guys aren't succeeding, read what the hell's in the script and use the script, right? Okay, so like a week or two pass, and our team's not really getting results, right?
No one succeeded.
And exactly, we weren't succeeding. Our sales numbers weren't good. Like working here was a shit show, and that's why I left. Like it really was. And you could say, well, maybe the script was bad. Totally valid. In fact, I believe the script probably wasn't where it should have been. But let's just put that out of our mind. Let's just set that aside for now.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be besides the point I'm trying to make. We had a meeting, and one of our managers, very type A kind of personality, like really abrasive kind of guy, he said to us, he was like, look, I get you guys are following the script, and that's great. And I see that the dials, you guys are dialing the proper amount per day. The dials are there. And I see that you guys are trying, but that's not enough. He's like, and he said, we need to execute. You need to execute. And I remember at the time I was kind of like, we need to execute. You know, it'd be like, fuck this job. I hate this. But
yeah.
I look back on that, and I really think that a lot of people could do with that advice, would be wise to take that advice.
For sure.
To execute. Because I'll tell you what, like, you learn a lot of valuable life lessons in sales. In that first sales company that I worked for, people were succeeding there. People were making life-changing money there. I made life-changing money there. Like, life-changing, you know, I can now completely change the course and have total control over my life by working here and putting in the effort and executing. And there were tons of people. Obviously, you had the people who were winning. You had the people kind of in the middle or like upper middle who were still kind of crushing it, but just weren't at that top echelon. And then you had like the people who weren't succeeding that were goofballs who kind of just showed up to collect a paycheck, and they would soon get fired because of attendance issues usually.
Right.
Which I find really funny because it's like, you're so inadequate. You're so like, you're so lazy that you can't even show up to a job to collect a paycheck.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's beside the point, but I just think that's so funny.
Yes.
Because you know, that place was a big corporation. I won't say the name, but it's a Fortune 100 company. I mean, it was like, you know, so you have to go through a lot of steps. You really have to be breaking some rules to get fired there.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a guy who didn't show up to work for a month, and I think they put him on like a final warning.
Like, this is
they didn't even fire him.
This is your final warning, sir.
And, dude, and guess what? He got mad and quit. And I was like,
mad
dude,
about that.
you got away with murder.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I don't want to get too far on that.
Life is something else for some people. It's pretty funny.
What'd you say?
I said, so for some people, life is just something else. It's just like they're playing by their own rules. It's like, oh,
I know, man.
You're gonna put me in the final warning. I haven't been here for 30 days.
I know, man. It's fucking insane.
Okay.
But here's the thing: there were other people there who stuck in that company. I was at that company for about 2 years, and they were there the whole time, and they were never meeting quota. And they, as a result, probably made jack shit.
Right.
But here's the thing. They were, quote, unquote, trying.
Yeah.
Like,
we weren't trying hard enough. Yeah.
The company couldn't fire them because they showed up to work. They put in the dials.
They were doing the bare
and
minimum.
they had the two, and they had the 2.5 hours of talk time. Not only the bare minimum, dude. They had more dials and more talk time than people like me.
Yeah, they were just not achieving the same goal.
They weren't executing.
Yeah, they weren't executing.
You know,
yeah.
if you're like, so that's what the crux of this. That's what I'm trying to get at is I think people need to really. I really think I look back on that advice and I don't like that guy who gave that advice. Like I hated that manager.
That sounds like a tool.
I couldn't I couldn't stand it. He was a tool.
Yeah.
But I think he was totally right
For sure.
in that situation.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you're quote unquote trying, but you're not getting results, like you really need to look at yourself and say like you gotta there's like a will to power. Like Friedrich Nietzsche talks about that. It's like it's a will to power. Sometimes you kind of gotta just make shit happen.
Right.
And it's like, I can already hear people, well, what does that mean? That's not practical. It is practical. Because those people in the sales job who were putting in the dials and talk time, they were the kinds of people who they would be on the phone with a client and they would get into a conversation about Squid Game with them. Or they would get into a conversation about Super Mario.
Yeah.
Or the client would put up one objection, like, I just don't know, like, if we're interested. And they're like, okay, well, no problem. See ya.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you need to execute. You need to say, you need to go figure out exactly what you need to do and go execute, because in sales is the perfect metaphor for like everything. And in sales, it was like, well, if a customer says like they're not interested or is giving up putting up objections, you keep addressing those objections until they hang up on you.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what you need to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to play the long game and do follow-ups, but sometimes you need to be like, hey, what's like stopping this deal from happening? Let me know,
Yes.
and go forward. So like, if you're listening to this and it's like, I'd like to be in better shape and I've kind of been going to the gym, but I'm not really seeing results. Well, how many times, did you go to the gym this week? Oh, 2 or 3 times. Yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah.
Maybe you might have to go 4.
Dude, you should start a business. You should have it so that like people need to hire you to be like they're like accountable. Like you're like an accountability guy. It's like a
accountability buddy.
Yeah, it's like you're the
like
you're,
South Park.
Yeah, it's like you just show up and like, hey, what's going on? Hey, it's like they have an alarm, they snooze, and it's like, hey, you gotta get up, get up. Like show up, you're like kick down their doors.
Well, because I'm guilty of this. I've been there a few years ago. I've still been there like a year and a half ago. We all slip up from time to time.
Right.
But some people really need to hear this. Like some people really need that kick in the ass. Because there's so many people out there that want things, but they don't execute. They do like a little bit of something, and then so that they can tell themselves, oh, I tried. I saw it all the time in sales where it was like, oh, these leads are bad. If the leads are bad, then why is Sean making $10,000 fucking dollars a month, dude? The leads aren't bad. You're bad. You suck. The leads don't suck. Okay, yeah, you're going to the gym 5 times a week and nothing's happening. Well, how hard are you sweating? Are you dripping with sweat by the end of the workout? Because I'm dripping in sweat and huffing and puffing by the end of my workouts. And I look good. Like, I got in good shape over the past few years. Took a lot of fucking work, if you're not financially comfortable, well, how much time this week have you spent researching on how to get higher paying jobs? Have you tapped the hidden job market? How many people have you emailed in your area who might be hiring? Probably none. Oh, I feel like, my dating life just sucks. Girls don't like me. How many girls did you talk to this week? 0? Probably 0. I'm tired of hearing people bitch.
The real tip is you have to hit up that vegetable aisle at the grocery store. Vegetable section, you stand there and you look confused. Somebody will be like, hey, what are you looking for, young man? You'll be like, I'm looking for some potatoes. Yeah, they're over there, they're not over here. Like, oh, if you could show me where they are, and then something gets going for you.
I thought you were going the fitness angle there, but I now realize you're going the game angle.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm giving the people something. Say, oh, this guy has some.
Well,
some keys.
dude, you have a fantastic girlfriend now, and you talked to girls on campus.
Yeah, it had to happen. Like, you have to, because the thing is that I think
you have to make shit happen.
I think I think to add something to what you're saying, maybe to say it in a different way to people. It's that you have to make yourself uncomfortable. You just have to make yourself uncomfortable and just live with that. Which is fascinating. I mean, this about me too. Just like sometimes I would just like dare myself to make myself uncomfortable, and you just have to, because otherwise, like, if you just like keep this comfortability bubble, then like you said, it just becomes an excuse. It's like, how much can I stretch myself just so that I don't bust my own bubble, and then just be able to say that I still tried.
Yeah.
You have to make yourself
I think that's
uncomfortable.
something I stayed in my bubble for too long, man. I was very comfortable for a long time. And it kind of took until some of my early 20s to really just like start being like, who the hell decided I have to play by these rules?
Yeah. You have to
like, you kind of, I think a lot of people like set a rule set for themselves that they don't really realize are self-enforced.
Yeah.
And kind of get into the point of like, it's like you end up just kind of doing the same things and being frustrated about something you're not, putting in the effort, or even changing your environment. Something as simple as like putting yourself in different situations to try to have different outcomes. Like, I'll take this job that I had. I went from a job where it was like I was working, 10 hours a week, kind of bored, just kind of like not feeling like super fulfilled, and, like having something to grind for and feeling like fulfilled in a professional setting. Cause that, like, something kind of being in my early to mid 20s now is like something that's important to me. As somebody who doesn't have like a passion project, it's like I have to feel like I'm at work for a reason to like get some sort of outcome, and whether that's to like get a promotion, whether that's to, get to a better job that has better conditions or benefits, there's got to be some incentive to show up to work for every day for me, or I'm not going to do it. And so finding like this new job, and like, I've grinded my ass off since like, June. I've started traveling in August, and I have 70 nights stayed in a hotel between August and now. So I've been traveling week in and week out, but like, and like, yeah, it sucked it sometimes. Like, I've gotten less time to spend with family, less time to spend with friends, less time to, that's why I haven't been on this podcast as much, less time to, have time for myself. But like, one thing that I've really discovered with like pushing myself past what I thought I was capable of from a job like that to one like this is that like often you're leaving a lot in the tank, and you're never going to find out like who you are and like kind of like your real capabilities and capacities unless you push yourself to find the limits. And there's no cost
100%.
to doing
And
that.
it's satisfactory. It's also satisfactory. There's a satisfaction to that, with like work. There's a satisfaction that you can get from work, especially when it's like that, like challenging you in that way, and that's really fascinating. Everybody get uncomfortable. Listen to the Lil Wayne song, from like the Carter 2, 3. Get out there. We can continue this, but we should probably start our movie of the week.
Yeah, we got to get it rolling.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just tired of hearing people bitch, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like, dude, what time is it? All right, we got 4 minutes. Dude, I gotta close this out. I gotta
close it out. End the show.
I gotta close it out. I'm tired of hearing people bitch. That was the seed of this. That was the seed of this rant.
Yeah.
Like, because you go on YouTube, and the algorithm loves to recommend, at least to me sometimes, like guys posting videos of like, why men have given up on dating in 2025. It's like, man, God, you guys are such saps.
Or like that are Pokemon videos. If you went on my YouTube, it'd just be like people like playing Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I think because like sometimes the motivational stuff or the self-help stuff kind of leads you weirdly to that, which is like the opposite.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just get I get tired of that shit, man. It's not enough, but like, if you're listening, do you understand what I'm saying? Is my question to you. If not, like, we could talk about it in the comments.
Yeah,
But it's
for
like
sure.
there's a difference between trying and executing. You know, like trying is being like, oh well, I went to the gym. You know, and it's like, well, what did you do at the gym? You know, like, well, what are you doing there? You know, if you're not like getting the results you want, look, we all have like limitations. Like some people are going to be more jacked than others, and this is just an example. But it's like, you know, I going back to it that meeting, that sales meeting, and what my manager said. I really think a lot of people could do with that advice. And think about it this way. This is a thought that I had today on this. Is that there are whatever problems you have in life, there are millions of other people that have had those problems, the same problems as you did. And while some of them wallowed in it and did not get through them, a lot of them did. A lot of them did. You know? Like, does that make sense? Like, whatever you're going through, someone else went through that and figured it out.
Yeah.
And got out and came out the other side. So that's my advice to you going into 2026. Execute, make it happen. No more excuses. Life can be fucking great. Dude, rewind the tape 5 years ago. I was miserable, dude. I had a shitty girlfriend, a shitty job, shitty, you know, almost everything. It was terrible, but I improved my life, you know? You think like, you know, dating too. It's like you think dating was easy a year and a half ago. I was like, fuck, man. Like dating sucks, man. All these apps, I was ready to delete them. But if I did, I wouldn't have met my girlfriend who I'm still with now, who's fantastic. So 2026, no more excuses. Shut up with the complaining and execute.
Everybody get out there.
Let's start the movie and have fun.
Or fight in the
That's
comments.
the end of the serious tangents. But like, look, there's no reason. If you're miserable, there's no fucking reason for it. No more of it. You can improve. Like, stop it. Execute. Let's have fun, guys.
Join us, everybody. Let's watch this movie. Let's have fun.
Yep. All right. Let the drunken buffoonery ensue.
Let me open my long drink of the week. Everybody, not sponsored. Wish it was.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. When you execute, then you sit back and you have a nice time, like we're about to do right now.
Buddies, have some drinks, watch plane trains.
Yeah, man.
With the subtitles on, because you're really not gonna be paying that much attention.
Yeah, right.
I always got the subtitles on, man.
Yeah.
And listen,
man.
You guys want to take a quick pee break before we start this? I'm gonna take one.
Sounds like you need one.
All right, everybody, we're back. We're gonna get this movie started. Ignore Edward. We're gonna start at go. So we're gonna count down from 5, and we'll start on go.
Are you gonna have Are you gonna have 0 in there?
Really? God. 5
All right, here we go.
It's 0 part of this. Do we start at 0? Or do we start at 1?
That is correct. Start at 0.
I want to start at 1.
Oh my god!
I thought it was a countdown, not a count up.
I swear, I'm gonna fire both of you.
He's gonna go. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go.
No, I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna start at 1.
5.
Jack, right. You can start at 5.
Right, here we go.
Audience,
here we go. 5. 4,
oh, I started already.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, everybody, and we got the Paramount logo here.
I started at 1.
And we're getting started. We're getting the movie going.
It's gonna be like a whole second ahead, the whole movie.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. All right.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yep. So we got the Paramount Pictures presents coming up here. If you're watching along, which you might not be,
and now we are
gonna keep the tangents going, man.
Planes,
I love this movie.
Trains, and automobiles.
Bro, I can't wait. I can't wait for parts of this movie now that I've been traveling a ton. I feel like I'm going to be able to relate to it way more.
2 days before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
I'm thinking about like as we start to watch this movie, I'm thinking about the question that you asked. Like, is that something that we talked about before already, or is that something that you're poising? Like, that's a question that you have for us, like in terms of like a media, like a movie or something that you felt like after you're watching
Oh,
it.
that changed your life?
Yeah.
Altered your life?
Yeah.
I don't think I brought it up. I've had it in my notes to talk about forever. But,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah. I guess for me, it would have to be like I think I would have to look at like whatever movies I have like on my 9 to 10 ratio on Letterboxd. There's probably something in there. Some things come to mind
Yeah.
like immediately though, like when in thinking about that question. Um, this is my second time watching this movie, by the way. I watched this movie for the first time with you guys, and then we're watching it now.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen this movie? What do you say?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, probably like 12. I mean, we've watched it every year on Thanksgiving since I would want to say like 2013, my family and I. And we just like because here's the little lore on this. My mom and Jack's mom were best friends when they were when they were through childhood. And this movie our moms had it on VHS. So they watched the shit out of this movie.
Yeah.
Like that's what my mom said. Like whenever they got back from a party or like wherever they were, or if they were waiting to go somewhere, they would just throw this movie on. They watched it all the time together.
Yeah. That reminds me somehow of that like that How I Met Your Mother thing where he has that song like 1,000 miles stuck in his El Camino or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Like Marshall has that song
so.
like and I will walk 500 miles, and that's like the only song he has. Like he has like this cassette stuck in his car, and so he recounts the story that whenever him and Ted would have to drive anywhere, and they were driving, I think it's like an El Camino that he had or something like that, that they would just have to listen to that song over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. Okay. I vaguely remember that. Is that when he's on the way to the wedding?
No. That's like an early episode. Like I think it comes back. Like that's one of those things about the show. Like that episode of that song was maybe like season 2, but it was like so iconic that that it's a recurring theme like throughout the show. That like that whole cassette song thing, and it might have come up again at the end, like in the last season. I bet it did. Kevin Bacon. Forgot Kevin Bacon was
Yeah,
here.
Jack. Here's something you don't have to do. You don't have to race to a cab, race Kevin Bacon for
yeah,
a cab.
right, dude. I wouldn't want to be
pretty
racing
nice.
Kevin Bacon.
Uber. Yeah.
I'd take Uber, yeah, any day over this.
Isn't Kevin Bacon like the guy in the
Dude,
movie
what if
Footloose?
this is you on next week for Thanksgiving? Like, what if next week, dude, you get, which is this week for the listener? What if Jack gets stuck in whatever city and he's got to, he meets up with some obnoxious John Candy like fellow and has to make it. It just makes it home on Thursday morning for Thanksgiving.
The silver lining of this trip is it's a driving trip, so I don't have to take a flight, or else I would be pretty concerned about that.
Yeah.
Thank God. I'm going to Virginia, so not far.
Yeah. Ah, man, I love this movie so much.
What I was saying before, dude, I wouldn't want to be racing Kevin Bacon because isn't he in Footloose? That movie?
Yeah, I haven't seen Footloose.
Or is it the other guy?
I've seen Dirty Dancing with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, so I think Patrick Swayze is now the guy in Footloose. It has to be Kevin Bacon. I'm looking it up right now. It is Kevin Bacon. So knowing that Kevin Bacon has a Footloose, I wouldn't want to really be racing him for a cut. I mean, did you see that? What's the name of this actor? Martin?
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin lost the race.
There's John Candy with his little chest there, loading it into the cab. It's just the perfect road trip movie. I swear to God, dude, this is one of those movies that gets better every time you watch it too. I may have nostalgic goggles on there, but I don't think so. Because when it comes to holiday movies, like I can get sick of them. Like nostalgia goggles only go so far. Like for Halloween, Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
I had to stop watching it. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Christmas, Elf, can't watch it anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I can't watch Elf anymore, dude. I've seen it too many times, and it's just not that great. But
I've
this
seen
movie,
Elf so many times.
oh God, Elf, man, I can't fucking stand it anymore.
Yeah.
Can't take it. Bum 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 bum. Bum, bum. Shut up. Oof. Can't take it, dude. But Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, it really is similar to
It's
Home Alone,
timeless. Yeah.
another Chris Columbus movie. Like, it gets better with every watch.
Yeah, Chris Columbus,
It
he
gets
really had the
funny.
sauce. Like, I guess he lost it after
Yeah.
he made those Harry Potter movies, but he really had the sauce.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
like,
this-
it was wizard out of him from the
This is Charlotte Airport, dog.
Yeah.
Charlotte Airport. It's fucking
It's a rough one.
terrible.
Yeah, it's rough. I hate that.
It's terrible,
Yeah,
bro.
it's rough. That and like the Atlanta airports they're rough. Those airports.
Yeah.
You know what really pisses me off about Charlotte Airport and just airports in general? When
What?
it's like people are like near the gate and people stand like in the middle of the entire aisle. Like they pile up way back. They could easily just like move to the side, but they like herd up half the terminal. So then everybody coming by has to squeeze through like a three-person like a three-person pathway to try to get through, and it's
Yeah.
just terrible. And
What
then people are
grinds-
like running to their flights, and you're like, what the hell?
What grinds your gears about traveling, huh?
You know what really
Yeah,
grinds
that-
my gears?
Yeah.
You know what else grinds my fucking gears? Going to Dallas. There's the Dallas to get a rental car. You have to get in a bus that takes you for about a 10 to 15 minute car ride,
Yeah.
and then if you don't actually make the first bus, it probably takes them 15 minutes to get on the next one. So it's like 30 minutes burned.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Like you really like miss the comfort of like when you have like an airport where either like the rental is like part of it or it's like at a short distance. But when you have to take a bus to go get your rental car and then you know that you have to do the same thing, like deposit the rental where it belongs and then take the bus back to the airport. Those are the type of things that nobody tells you about. And then they just really get to you. You're like, oh man, this sucks, man.
Yeah.
Do you guys follow the whole like get there 2 hours before your flight
No,
rule?
fuck no.
No, I do.
Really?
I was always trying to be there. Like, like I had as far.
I'm too anxious.
I
I'm
would
too,
get there
yeah,
at
I'm
least
too
2
anxious
hours for
to not
sure.
do it.
You know, at
I've
least.
gotten
do
to
it.
the point where I can show up to Charlotte Airport 10 minutes before boarding and be
Oh, dude, you got balls.
No,
man.
dude, I was
Well, yeah,
always-
but you're going somewhere for work.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too worried about missing that flight.
No,
I'd
for
be
me,
like,
even
"Oops."
for me, like when I was traveling for work, like I was still trying to be there, like at the very least, like an hour and a half before the flight. You know.
dude,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, even if you told me there's going to be 0 people in the TSA line, I'd be like, I'm still getting there 2 hours
Yeah,
early,
no,
dude.
for
Like,
sure, for sure.
I
it's too
can't do
it's
it
too anxiety
anymore.
inducing. Because a plane, there's no recourse. There's no recourse.
No.
That thing, once those doors close,
Oh, it's
joke.
over.
never to reopen.
I had this
I
girl
heard
last
someone
week.
made a. I was just gonna say real quick. Someone made a joke one time that like they were like, I think if the pilot didn't make it to the gate, they wouldn't even open. They wouldn't even open it.
So
for
this place
him.
is living without you. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
doubt it.
No, I feel like I think
Fair
I've heard that joke before. I don't know from where though.
Go ahead, Jack.
I was just saying, I was on a trip with this girl last week, and I'm on our flight.
Nice.
I
Was she
boarded.
hot?
Yeah. If we're saying yeah, but we were like boarding, and like I hadn't really heard from her. I was on the plane in my
I
seat,
think I missed something. I was
and
like
I
paying
was
attention
just
to the
like
movie.
chilling, and she texted me. She's like, it was like group 3 had already boarded, and she's texting me. She's like, how long was the TSA line? I'm just about to get to the airport. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like it's group 4's behind me. Like, how many more groups? There's not that many more groups, bro.
It's over.
And then like I'm just sitting there. I'm probably feeling more anxiety than this girl.
Oh, for
is.
sure.
And then like
Yeah.
like it's like there's like a brief pause in the people that like are coming. I'm like, oh, it's over. She's cooked.
Yeah.
And then the last group like kind of comes through, and she surely makes it.
Wow.
And then she has to put her suitcase like 20 rows behind.
Yeah, that's
and ends
what's
up
bad
having to,
about
like,
it too.
Yeah, she had to wait till like the end of everybody deplaning to get her stuff
Yeah.
cooked. But I was like so anxious secondhand, bro.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah. There's nothing more stressful. There's nothing more relaxing than getting to the airport and getting through TSA and just kicking back, listening to your headphones, your earbuds, and just snacking on something, maybe having a drink. There's nothing more stressful than being like, I might miss this flight.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing more stressful than that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this: have you ever been on a plane and seen some poor behavior on an airplane?
Define poor behavior.
Someone anything, someone getting kicked off,
Anything out of the
someone getting-
ordinary, anything questionable.
yeah.
No, but people have thrown up in planes that I've been in before.
Ugh.
That's like the worst of it. Nobody's gotten kicked off, or like nobody's like yelled. Nobody like I've been in a lot of flights, and like in all of those flights, nobody's ever done anything entirely like disrespectful or like wrong. But in two of the
Definitely had,
in two
like,
of the flights that I've had, somebody's thrown up, and then that you just start gagging because you can just hear it and you can smell it because you're in a fucking like tuna can. That's the worst.
A tuna can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just a bunch of sardines, dude.
Yeah, we had a guy back in June. I flew to Minnesota to see my cousins, and we had a guy who was like cosplaying DB Cooper on there, just being a sketch ball, and he got kicked off.
Really?
I don't
That's
really know. Like,
hilarious.
it was kind of uneventful, but he just was like a sketchy guy with a hoodie and a hat and the sunglasses.
They're like,
I
hey,
mean, I think
sir,
this guy.
out of the plane.
Yeah, I think he might have been like the next DB Cooper, but they were like, yeah, you're weird. And they tried talking to him, and he wouldn't speak to them, and they were just like, "All right, you're out, buddy."
Yeah, you're
Which
being weird.
I really appreciate how serious they are about security.
Well, they have to be.
Yeah.
Jack, did you have a story? Like, was there? Did I interrupt you or something?
No, you're good. I was just babbling, but I haven't really seen too much.
Yeah.
The only things I've
Yet.
seen is like is like either being like in the middle seat between somebody who's gigantic,
Yeah.
and you're just smushed the whole time.
Yeah.
And I've had that happen to me for sure. I've had like babies next to me,
Oof.
or like the dad speaking like gibberish loudly like the whole time.
But your luck's terrible.
then-
It's worse than whatever's happened to
Yeah,
me.
it's pretty bad. But like I got duped because I was like sitting there, the mom and like the other child were across the aisle, and the dad was in next to me, and I was like, the mom had the kid, and I was like, all right, we're fine. At some, like right after we get to like cruising height, the kid comes, is passed over, and he's with us for the rest of the flight.
Oh
And
man.
it's just like, and is the dad making more noise than the kid? The kid was just chilling, but then he had the tablet up with like Peppa Pig blaring out like max volume. I was just like,
Yeah. Yeah. I think in
Yeah,
general,
yeah.
and we've talked about this.
Peppa
Like,
Pig.
I remember Jake. You
I
had
stopped
like
watching after season 2.
I never did. But you remember. Like, I think I know. I know. You're messing around. I think you. I remember you had like this. We had this whole thing about like people like not really knowing technology and like being on their phone really loud in public places and stuff like that. But to me, that has to be like that. That is like one of my biggest pet peeves, though. Like just
Oh,
like
yeah.
noise, like people like invading your like personal space or your ears with their like loud like noises, either from phones or tablets or kids watching, Bob the Builder like a max volume and nobody's doing anything about
Yeah.
it. It's like, oh my god,
With
Well,
their
that
noise pollution.
yeah, that to me is like one of
Edward.
that really grinds my gears.
Are you one of those guys then that has your phone on silent all the time?
Yes, my phone's on silent all of the time. All of the time. Always. I like there's no if anybody texts me, if anybody calls me, or I mean nothing. There's no sound. There's no like bing. There's like nothing. It's always it either
I
it just
hate it, too.
vibrates. I can't take it. I can't take it. So that's why for me sometimes
Me
people will
either.
text me or something and then it'll take me like hours because if I'm just away from my phone, and I'm not hearing anything. But I'll rather live
That's
that
why
way.
I have my smartwatch. I will say that's the one thing the smartwatch is good at is like I get my notifications,
Yeah.
it buzzes my arm, and I can see it and be like, okay.
Yeah.
but I can't do any sound.
Yeah, but that's the thing with me though, because if I'm not working, then I don't have my watch on. Like my watch is only on if I'm leaving the house. But if I'm like in the house, I take
Fair.
that thing off. I'm unrestricted, and I'm not, and I don't want to hear my phone make any noise at all ever. Yeah, it just irritates me so bad.
Yeah, man. In my home office, we got neighbors who they have kids, and their kids are friends with some kids up the street. So they're like, by the time that school bus rolls in after 2:30 every day, dude, every day the same kid, I think, like falls over, scrapes his knee, and then just goes like,
How many knees does that kid have, man?
I know.
How many times can you do it before you're just bones?
I know. I don't know. Every single day, or like each time I'm just imagining a new scenario. Like he scrapes a knee, one of the other kids steals his toy, he drops something, he falls over. Every day,
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, man. And today our neighbor is raking leaves, which already that's like
Yeah.
the whole
All this
time.
crunch
But then,
yeah.
dude, I sent a video to Jack. He's belting out hymns. Hymns. Dude, he sounded like
I wonder what that guy's on.
Dude, yeah, he had his earbuds in, and he's belting out hymns. Dude, he sounded like the evil preacher from Poltergeist 2. He's out there. God is a friend. God is a father. God is a savior.
I feel like from your end, from his perspective, they hate us because they ain't us. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
They hate us
I'm
because
like,
they
what
hate
the
us.
fuck? Yeah.
I have to say though, like pointing some attention to this movie. Loved what is it, Ben Stein's little cameo in this film.
Yeah.
And also I just have to point this out, but John Candy, R.I.P. But it's like he had, like, you look at this guy's face, like there is something about him that I feel like I've only seen on like Robin Williams, And unfortunately, both of them have passed. And it's like this thing about them that just in their face, they radiate this like warmth and likability where you're immediately just on their side. You're like, you got me. They're
very inviting.
Exactly. They exude this thing. It's almost like a magical like quality that these guys had. It's very fascinating, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, man. John Candy is so lovable.
Yeah.
He's such a lovable guy. I love this scene, dude, where they get to the hotel room and there's only one bed.
Yeah.
And I love in a second here they're in bed and they're both like trying to get comfortable. It's just there's so much humor in this movie that's so subtle but so relatable.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's such a nice movie, man. But it's interesting because I've been thinking about that. Like sometimes, like there's actors who have like a quality to them, And I feel like right now, maybe I haven't been watching enough movies. I don't know. All we do in this show is watch movies. But I feel like right now I can't point a finger to like an actor that has this kind of like a quality, like an active working actor that has this kind of like warmth and likability to them. It's like those guys are just like once a generation. Like you get one of them, and then unfortunately some of them have passed away, and then they just don't have much of anything.
Yeah. I feel like Tom Hanks' son kind of has that, like his dad, but he's just not in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, the guy's not in a lot of stuff. I don't even know I don't even know if I've seen him on anything.
The only things I can name are 3 things. King Kong, he was in. Dexter, he was a villain. And then Fargo is where he shined in that sort of role. He was like an everyman.
Yeah.
He's a cop in Fargo, but then in the show Fargo, but then he becomes a mailman because it's like, yeah, you're not cut out to be a cop, dude. Like, you're too nice. You're a softie, Yeah, this right here. They're trying to get comfortable. It's
just shaking
so
up
relatable, man.
I feel like in this kind of situation you have to do that. Like, we'll each sleep like with like our feet. You know what I'm talking about? Like just like your feet are on my face, my feet are over there. I feel like you can't do.
Yeah, like one person's head is at the end of the bed.
Yeah, it's like I feel like you can't be in this situation and be like, yeah, we're both gonna sleep, like we're like a married couple or something. But you can't do that.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's too much.
Weird.
It's too much.
Yeah. I feel like this movie is relatable too, because sometimes you're like Steve Martin's character. You get put in situations with people where you're like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be around this person. And then as the time goes on, you just become close with that person.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, I actually like this.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, and especially because I feel like this movie is one of the best at that, right? Of like just putting you in like Steve Martin's shoes and just how annoyed he is and just how kind of peculiar just kind of how peculiar John Candy is, and then just kind of turning that around and just seeing how close they get, but also just how much heart and like depth there is to John Candy's character just pays that off so well.
Oh, for sure.
I'm looking at my letterbox because I'm trying to look at like movies that I've seen.
I gotta say, Steve Martin's facial expressions are one of the best parts of this movie. His facial expressions, like, he communicates irritation and like just befuddlement better than anyone I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think. Just those faces he makes are so goddamn funny.
He sleeps with his eyes open.
God
What the hell is he
damn.
doing? Oh, there it is.
He's clearing his sinuses.
Yeah. It would be funny if he actually slept with his eyes open.
Oh god. Here's the classic scene right here. I like me. My wife likes me.
He's a very tolerant person. You're a tight ass. It's interesting that
This rant
to
from
have the
Steve Martin is epic, dude.
yeah, but I also love like the little like John Candy perspective where he's just like, I even let you pay for the room.
Yeah. I know, right? Oh. Steve Martin's rant right here is so relatable too, man. There's so many people I've wanted to say this to, you know? Your stories have none of that. They're not even amusing.
They're not even amusing.
Accidentally.
Oh my god, dude, that's insane. Oh my gosh. Wow, he's just destroying the
this.
guy.
They said, how could you stand it? Because I've been with Del Griffin. Oh, fuck, dude.
Oh my god, man. This comes like 20 minutes into this movie, too.
Oh.
Dude, he destroyed him.
I used to say that to people when I worked in sales. I was like, dude, when I'm working some other job one day, people are going to be like, how could you stand it? And I'll be like, because I've been a telemarketer.
Yeah. Damn, he just keeps going. He ripped him a new one.
Here comes John Candy with his retort. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that John Candy documentary. I think me and my family are gonna watch that next week. Yeah.
Is it already out? Where's it at? Hulu?
I think it comes out. I think it comes out next week, or it might be out already. Comes the '80s music.
Then I have to tug at our heartstrings, dude.
Dude, I love '80s movies so much.
I like me. My wife likes
Oh man, I'm the real article. What you see is what you get.
me. Take
Love it,
that,
man.
Steve Martin. Neil.
This movie's it's just got so much heart, man.
Yeah.
And it's like you watch movies nowadays and it's like no one ever, like in the 2040s or whatever, they're never gonna look back.
We're
The
too
little-
cynical. Our generation's
The
too
little
cynical.
look he does.
Yeah.
They're never gonna look back and be like, oh, 2020s movies, man, they just had so much heart. No.
No, we're too cynical.
No.
Yeah. Obviously it's like I guess it's like it's just part of the times that we're living through, but yeah, we're very cynical. I guess the folks in the 80s and 90s were a little bit more heartfelt.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It just had more heart. Even if the movies were cynical or dark, it's like they just had more. I don't know, man. There was just more humanity. I don't know, man. Maybe I just have
them
maybe I have a
blind.
weird cognitive bias, but I just don't. I don't like the shit that comes out these days, dude.
It's funny that the thief
Just
even looks
don't.
like he kind of even looks like Kevin Bacon a little bit, the thief for whatever reason.
Yeah. I love this guy, the redneck that comes and picks them up.
What were you on about? I'm
well,
sorry. I was like just kind of lost in the movie for a second.
No, you're good. I was just saying I love this next scene where the redneck guy comes and picks them up. It's hilarious. Oh, this is great right here, dude. When they wake up spooning.
Yeah, I remember that so clearly. I was like, they wake up spooning, bro. Steve Martin's a little spoon.
What if we did?
They
what
gave
if
him a
Field
kiss and
Turn just got-
everything.
Yeah.
He's so happy.
This is classic. Those aren't two pillows. Between two pillows.
Between two It's like grabbing him.
God damn, dude.
Oh, that's so funny.
I love this too, right here. You see the game the other day?
I love that this is like a two-shot too. It's like a wide two-shot. It just gives it
Yeah.
all this like comedy, like body, like physical humor. I feel like if they shot this today, it would be like just cutting back and forth between them, but it's just like a full
Yeah.
shot of both of them.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Edward, I love when you bring the director knowledge to the show,
It's just insane, because
That's what I'm thankful for.
Well, it's just funny to me, man, because sometimes we watch like 2025, 2024 movies, which, for those listening,
Yeah.
get ready for that, because obviously next year we often address like Oscar season and watch like the whatever we might have missed the previous year, and like how we watched all this other stuff we watched at the beginning of the year from the Conclave
Yeah.
and all those like Oscar movies. But sometimes you watch these like recent movies, and then you watch an old movie, and you're like, yeah, that's really how they did it better. It's like they just like looked at a thing, and they were like, how can we execute this to the best possible like version of itself, and not in the most like cost or time efficient way, just in the best possible way. And a lot of that is just lacking. A lot of that is just like, just do a shot, reverse shot kind of shit. And it's like, but, what if you did this? And these old movies, they just remind you of that, man. like the magic of going a little bit of the extra mile with that stuff.
Yeah, I totally agree, man.
Because sometimes I think about Indiana Jones and Steven Spielberg, because there is a shot in Indiana Jones that is like a one take shot when the shot just kind of takes you through Indy's plan, and it's like him packing, it's like he's packing his suitcase and everything. And I think the shot just like rotates through the room, basically giving you all the information of like Indy's room, the maps, his clothes, what he's doing, he's talking, he's packing his stuff. And at the very end of the shot, it just ends in a way that you can see the whole room. And in the background is Indy's suitcase, and I think he throws his hat and he like lands on the suitcase or something like that. And it's like a whole one take that Spielberg does. And I remember I watched like a video like talking about that scene and Spielberg's identity as a filmmaker, and how they kind of shot that scene like a couple of times. And part of the thing with that scene was, they shot it a couple of times, but Spielberg, regardless, he shot a separate take of just the hat landing on the suitcase, So he had the take, and then he shot like a foolproof, like we can always cut to it happening in case we don't get it. You know what I'm trying to say? And somehow it feels to me like a lot of filmmaking, especially these days, is just the safe one. It's just the cut to the thing landing on the thing. Like you don't have that one take that lasts a minute and a half of the actor performing it and throwing it and hoping it lands. I feel like a lot of the stuff these days with movies is just shoot him talking and then cut to the thing landing on the thing. That I feel like that is kind of emblematic of the two different aspects of filmmaking and how it's changed in a lot of ways anyway.
I think that's a great point, man. And I think honestly, like there's people out there that think that stuff doesn't make a big difference, but it
makes a big
really
difference.
Does, man.
You feel it.
It makes a difference in how you watch a show or a movie. Because like I was watching a little bit of that. Like my girl is getting caught up on that show, You.
Yeah.
Because we want to watch the final season. Just to put it out of its misery. And it's like, man, there's just nothing like that in there that's clever. If there was some clever direction in it, it could elevate that show,
Yes. Yeah.
But it's like, at least in the 4th season or the 5th season, but yeah.
Yeah. It's just going the extra mile, man. You just have to go that extra mile. Because sometimes I feel like that sometimes with filmmaking, they get too stuck on just broad details or just even hammering like a script or something like that, and then everything else just becomes like, just deliver the thing, just get the thing across.
I love this guy just clearing his nose. God damn, dude. Train that won't run out of Wichita. Listen, you're a hog or cattle. God damn. God, man. Holy shit.
Oh my god. We've got it. Ooh, that's a tough image.
You're a real trooper. Oh man.
We've got it already. It's done. As they move towards the truck. That's so silly, man. Also, I feel like you have to do silliness right. I feel like silliness has to be done right, like silly and dumb comedy. Because that was like my biggest issue with Dumb and Dumber and why I only watched like 20 minutes and quit. Because that movie didn't execute these kind of scenes right. They just squeezed them too much.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
That dog reminds me of Oxford, dude.
I was just gonna say, dude. I was about to say, Jack, is that Oxford in the back?
Like it just reminded me of Oxford. They had the shot with that dog for like 1 second, and I was like, that's Oxford right there.
Oxford's a sweetie.
There
Man.
he is, just sleeping.
Oh, he's a sweetie.
Like he's
We
not.
we didn't introduce you guys correctly. I think
he's just
I
sleeping.
think next time you come. Oh, there he is. He's still here. I didn't realize he was still here.
Yeah, like he's not a
he's
tyrant.
passed out.
He's a living potato with legs. That's what
That was
all
so
pit
funny,
bulls or
Edward,
pit
how he
mixes
just kind of
look
like forgot about you, and then he was fine.
Yeah,
He just forgot you were here, and then you walked by, and he's like, "Oh, I guess he was always here, huh? Whatever."
Yeah, next time you come, we gotta give you treats and have you like tell him to get in this crate and everything, and then he'll know you're one of the bosses.
One of the gang. I am above him.
Yeah. Oh, he's the biggest sweetie, dude.
I love this. Like
that's the best, man. I'll wake up and I'll open the door and Oxford just comes in. I'm like, oh yeah, Oxford's here today.
Yeah.
I'm dog sitting Oxford.
I love this like little fake, like, it was nice meeting you. Thing they're doing here.
Yeah, they have like 3 of these. Yeah, he's like, I don't want you to have my address. Dell's like, but I want to make a new friend. Well, let me ask you this, boys. We got Thanksgiving coming up. What are you guys thankful for, particularly this year? You know, I feel like that's a good. We got to talk about what are you thankful for?
It's fascinating. I feel like for me, a lot has changed this year. You know, like I started this year one way, and the year's almost ending, and I'm ending it a different way. But I guess that's life, you know. I guess for me, I'm thankful for everybody, man. I'm thankful that everybody that started this year with me, for my friends and family, they're still here. You know, everybody's here, and everybody's healthy. And I'm seeing my family, and I'm seeing my mom, and I'm here watching trains and automobiles with you boys. All of these things, you know, are the things that I'm thankful for the most. You know, the things that maybe I take for granted a little bit sometimes. That's me.
It's beautiful. That was lovely, Edward.
Hey,
I agree with that. Yeah, no, I'm thankful Film Tangent is still intact. We're still here. We're still awesome. Yeah. I'm thankful for everybody who listens to this. Thankful for my wonderful girlfriend.
Yeah, same here.
Who will be joining us for Thanksgiving, so that'll be nice.
It's funny because I want to interrupt you for 1 second. You know, because sometimes in you know, the channel sometimes has its up and downs. People like Jerry Maguire, seemingly. But it's funny because somebody, like, I saw a post today that said something along the lines of like it was something along the lines of like the internet has fooled people into thinking that 15 people like watching or interacting with your stuff is not a lot. And then the person said, like, imagine if you had like 15 gorillas in your house. You know, it's like, that's a lot of gorillas. You know.
Oh shit, that's true.
But that's, you know, but sometimes I want to say this because I'm thankful for our audience, because, you know, sometimes even if a few hundred show up and then another episode might be 80 people, you know, but the fact that there's just people consistently showing up, listening to whatever randomness, tangents, silly stuff we have to say, I'm thankful for that. Thank you, everybody. We don't take that for granted. Believe me, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Knowing
that however small and massively underrated this podcast is, that we have some people here that just continue to show up. You know, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for Lang, who has been a true buddy to this podcast too.
Yeah, pretty much everything, every direction I go in for this channel, I'm like, half of it is like, oh, what would Lang?
Yeah, what would he like?
I'm kind of being tongue in cheek for that, but I'm also like, well, he's like, I know he's consistent.
Yes, he is consistent.
He kind of represents like who the demographic is.
Yeah, he really does. He really does. Just in their 20s, people who like movies. Probably mostly male, but ladies in the audience, we're here for you too.
Like, we just need 500,000 more Langstons, you know?
We do.
But no, what else am I thankful for? I'm thankful for my my job. Like, my job is really good. Yeah. I hope I don't get laid off.
No, dude, nothing like that, man.
Yeah, don't even speak
that, brother. No, I'm just saying, man, it's a good job, you know?
Yeah, nothing like that.
I didn't think I'd say that, you know? I didn't think I'd be happy with my work situation until I, you know, started making a living as an author. But I'm pretty happy with you know, where I'm working. But it wasn't without its ups and downs. You know, I worked in a lot of shitty places and worked really hard to kind of advance through corporate America, I suppose. But and you could always, you don't want to get too comfortable. You never know. You never know if a company's going to go belly
Don't
up or
you
you're going to
ever
get laid off
Yeah,
or
you
something.
don't. Layoffs, you can never
Yeah,
tell.
like that's the thing. I understand what you guys are saying. Like, don't put it out there, but at the same time, you can't be like, you gotta understand. Like, it's a possibility. It's a
Oh,
possibility you could lose
absolutely.
anything.
Yeah.
It's like I say I'm thankful for my girlfriend. It's a possibility she dumps me. Like next month or something. Like I don't know, but it's like whatever. But yeah.
Nah, you're just silly, dude. You're a silly man saying silly stuff.
No, dude,
A silly
I'm being
goober.
actually real. I'm being real, dude.
Mm.
No, but no, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for a lot of shit, man.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thankful a lot for like same thing. This
No,
job,
they're fucking
man.
singing the
It-
Flintstones theme song.
wow.
Go ahead, Jack. Speak your mind.
I was just saying, like, thankful for like a lot for me has changed like within the past year.
Yeah.
Thankful for as well for like my awesome girlfriend that I have. Thankful for this job to, be feeling like I'm working towards something and like I don't know. There's a lot to be said. Like my last job, like I didn't really I don't know, sometimes when you work in certain scenarios, you're kind of like the people just aren't really like much of like an ad. Especially when you work like bad part-time jobs and stuff. There's always like some cool people and you always, you know, meet some people through work, but like so many younger people, um, smart, like, engineering students and people from other backgrounds as well being at this job. Like I've gotten to like work with and just get to know so many just like-minded people and just like meet and work with so many cool people and that extends past like my job to like other people as well, like some of the older folks who I've worked with who've done a lot for me as well, so like really thankful for my job. And then I mean, not to beat a broken record, but traveling a lot, it's like makes me a lot more thankful for like the moments that I do have, like even if it's like
100%.
coming home for a weekend, like spending and just having like one meal with my parents, like so thankful to be able to just like have those moments. Like I got to go visit my younger sister that moved to Boston this year. Company paid for my flights in and out because I was traveling both weeks, and
Mhm.
like thankful for that from the company, but also like thankful to be able to like go see where she lives and what she's doing and that she loves being
They
in
paid for your flight
Boston.
to Boston?
Yeah, because they
Damn,
would have
nice.
they would have flown me back to Charlotte and then on Monday flown me from Charlotte back to Texas. So they were like, "We'll just if it's the same amount of money, we'll just fly you to Boston
Yeah.
instead." So I got to do
Dude,
that.
it's nice. It's
Oh,
nice
that
because
nice, man.
when I had
That's cool.
my previous job where I was also kind of traveling a lot, that's how I got to see my family too. Like I had a few
yeah,
instances where I went to North Carolina, paid by my previous job, and I would just go and see my brother and my sister and stuff.
that's awesome,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
I think touching on the subject of films, right, that you spoke about before. I think if I can
Oh yeah, yeah.
say, like, I think if there is like one movie that I feel like is probably like the most consequential movie for me, in terms of like having kind of like a huge shift in perspective about like reality in and of itself, or like my way of seeing things after the fact has to be um it just has to be like the end of Evangelion. It has to be, like that's my favorite movie
Oh,
of all
okay.
time. That's my favorite movie of all time. It's my favorite movie. So for me, it has to either be that or Hayao Miyazaki's The Wind Rises. Like one of those two movies, both animated movies. Funnily enough, they're not even live action movies, but in those two movies, I feel like those were the most consequential movies for me that I've ever seen. One of them I saw when I was like 14, 15, and then The Wind Rises I think I saw when I was like 18. And I think those two movies to this day are I think the most consequential movies for me. I watched those movies and then I had a shift in how I thought about things, and I thought about those movies constantly after that, for sure. Because then
They do for you.
the other movies that I've seen after that I have like tens or nines for are movies that have been very emotionally affecting for me, more so than being movies that were like necessarily like shifting in like a mindset or something. Um, Yeah. What did you ask me? I'm sorry.
What'd they do for you?
Well, for me,
Those,
like for
end
the
of Evangelion.
for the Wind Rises, I think it's just like Miyazaki's magnum opus when it comes to diligence and artistry. In terms of like what you do, and that kind of made me think about that stuff a different way, especially when we were in college. Like I thought about it, like I thought about the work that I was doing in a different way for sure, like with that movie in context. And then with Evangelion is just like such a radical art piece that then that movie in itself like just shifted the way that I thought about art in and of itself and writing and expression, but also it changed the way that I thought about life, and like the way that I thought about the meaning that of anything, and I try to revisit that movie. I've gone this year without watching it, but I try to like watch it at least once a year. The year's not over yet for sure,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah.
I try to revisit that movie often, But yeah, those two movies, I think
That's
those are the
awesome.
two movies, for me. So now the audience knows a little bit about myself because I think I don't even know if I've mentioned those movies in the show. I tried not to talk about those movies, especially like Evangelion and shit. But those are the ones, 100%.
You said you try not to.
I try not to because like sometimes I feel like, sometimes I feel a certain way about certain things, and it feels sometimes like I don't have the words to talk about them. Sometimes I feel
Yeah,
that way, or I
yeah.
feel like a lot of reverence towards certain arts or stuff like that. And then I just feel like I don't have it in me to talk about these things. It's like a
Yeah.
feeling like that. I don't know if you felt like that. Have you felt like that about something before?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, maybe. Yeah, it's sometimes you feel so passionately about something. It's like you don't even know how to talk about it because
Yeah,
I mean I think I do feel that way about Clerks a little bit.
yeah,
Because that's the movie for me that really like changed that was consequential, like you said,
hmm,
where it was like I literally watched that movie and then I actually changed something in my life
yeah,
because of watching that movie.
yes,
Because there's plenty of movies that affect us, but they might not necessarily put you on a new path.
exactly. Yeah,
But Clerks was one like that for me, and like Clerks, yeah, it's like one that's just hard to even put into words how like what that movie means to me, it's almost like to get really weirdly deep here, like it's kind of that concept of there's a concept in neuroscience, I guess, called qualia, where it's like the subjective experience of people. So it's like, you and I, we both see something that's red, and we both can say like that's red, but my what I perceive as red might be different from what you perceive as red.
right. Yeah,
That's the most simple way to put what qualia is. And that's kind of how I feel about like stuff like that. So maybe that's like how I can relate to, I guess, what you're saying is like, you know, it's something like that where it's like it's just I feel like I can't do this justice with words.
yeah,
And now we're in the classic f bomb scene
yes.
that isn't fucking there. Fucking walk down a fucking highway, runway. A fucking car. God damn, dude.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy.
Oh man,
I
I
feel
love
like
this
I feel
next
like Steve
part too.
Martin's exercise, and I know I mentioned this last week, but I feel like Steve Martin's character is like an exercise from that whole like "this is water" thing, because he just like loses perspective, And I
Yeah,
think that's what's so interesting about the John Candy character, because he's like he wouldn't have gone about that interaction the same way that Steve Martin did.
yeah, yeah. Chicago. I love this scene. He's just over it. If I wanted a joke, I'd follow you to the John and watch you take a leak. Fuck, dude.
Bam.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Oof.
Oh fuck.
You almost got taken out there.
It's Del Griffith again. Yeah. No, for me it was Clerks. It was back in like early 2021. We
Yeah.
were at the kind of
I remember you had the Clerks was a
tail
revelation
end.
for you.
Yeah, man, it was the tail end of the pandemic. I was still working a shitty ass job in retail shortly after graduating college, and it's the pandemic. It was that pandemic. No one knew what the hell to do. So
Yeah.
and I'm working in retail, and I watched Clerks, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like gonna be Dante in like 6 months.
Yeah.
And I quit my job. I quit the retail job because of that. I was like, oh shit, I can quit. Because before that it was like I was working the retail job and just looking for something else. And I was like, oh shit, I can quit and look for something else.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you got to burn the boats.
Yes, 100%. Burn the boats.
Like they used to, there's like it's an analogy. I don't know what civilization or what army did it, but there were armies that would like come to the shore into battle, and they would burn the boats so that if they lost, there was no way out. They couldn't retreat. And that made them fight harder,
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to burn the boats in life. Like you can't,
Who's
and
gonna
that
carry
is
the
never
boats?
more true. That's never more true than if you have a shitty job.
100%.
I understand there's such a thing as having bills to pay.
Yes.
But sometimes at a certain point, there's kind of a trade-off there where it's like, look, if you can pay your bills for a little while, it might be better to just quit the job.
Yeah, just to light a fire.
And spend the time
Yeah.
you would be working there looking for something else.
Yes, because that's like a way of forcing discomfort. You're like lighting a fire under your ass. You're like, this is how much my money can take me. This is how far it can take me, and now I have to force myself into a position of just executing 100%.
You gotta be a little crazy to do it, though.
Yeah. Oh, I've done it.
Have full faith in yourself. Yeah, that's a little crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But I understand for sure. But
well,
you
it
gotta be
depends
willing
on what
to take a risk.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what your bills are and what your situation
Yeah,
is.
it's
'Cause
100%.
I know that not everybody can do that, and like if you're not in a position to do that, don't. But like I was just living with my parents at the time. I
Yeah.
didn't need that job.
Oh,
That
yeah.
job was
Oh,
just
yeah.
that retail job was just there to make me feel like it was a feeling. It was like I felt like at least I have something and I'm not a total loser.
Right.
But after watching Clerks, I realized like, no, I'm a loser.
Yeah. 100%.
Already, so just quit the job. Like it's done. Like you have enough money, you're not going to save up any more money that's going to be consequential in any way to help you. Like this job has gotten you as far as it can possibly get
100%.
you. Like it's only hurting you at this point. It's
Yeah.
only wasting your time.
Yeah. No, but Jack's right, because then at the end of the day, too, there's like it's always it's like sometimes you have levels of difficulty where it's like, oh, if you have like a place that you're responsible for, that's another layer of difficulty, and then if you have like kids, that adds another level of difficulty. So there's like there's like levels to it, but I think doing it at the end of the day, doing it is like such like a worthwhile thing. 100%.
Yeah,
it's just easier for some than others, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, like, do what's in your means.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you have like a family to provide for and stuff, like they come first. But
you have 12 daughters.
But still, I would say like if you have like a family and everything, and you're still miserable in your current situation, like baby step it, man.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't have to uproot your life tomorrow, but baby step it. Like, don't get stuck.
Yeah,
life's meant to be lived, man. Like people out there who tell you like, oh, you know what, you're just gonna have to compromise and there's gonna be bad years. Like that's bullshit, man. You don't want to have a bad year of life. Like improve your life,
an old married couple. It's like, I don't want to argue, all right? It's not a fight.
Yeah, they just developed such a good back and forth, man. Here it is, dude. The classic, the Ray Charles scene. whenever I watch this scene, I'm like, like you used to not have streaming or anything like that. You used to just have to wait for a good song to come on the radio.
Yeah.
Dude,
Look at him.
mess around.
He's just feeling it, dude.
Yeah, man. You used to have to wait for a great song to come on the radio.
But think about this scene in the script. Think about it. You know? I feel like this is the kind of scene that your screenwriting professor would be like, take it out.
Yeah.
But this scene is wonderful.
Because you don't know if you're going to get the rights to this scene. Yeah.
But this is a wonderful scene.
that song.
He's just messing around. He's just feeling it, you know? The scene's not doing anything else other than just watching him feel up the song, you know?
Dude, Jack and I were playing the other night. We were playing Spider-Man PS5, the PS5 Spider-Man. Dude, that shit rocks.
Oh, dude, right?
Oh my god!
Just
swinging around the city rocks.
I haven't, but I haven't been playing it. Like, I've been thinking about that game because I own it with like all the DLC. Like, I own the complete collection of it. And I played like the first 20 minutes, and then I put it down because I was like, I want to play the Arkham Batman games. You know how I am. It's like, let me play Batman, and then I'll build up to Spider-Man. But I keep thinking about Spider-Man, man.
Similar game engine.
It is similar.
Those two.
Yeah.
The combat's pretty
similar. Yeah. I really enjoyed that Batman Arkham game. I have to, like, I beat it, and I have to start Arkham City at some point.
That's the one I played when I was a kid.
Arkham City. Yeah,
Arkham City was a good game, but they make you do a bunch of like Peter Parker ass bullshit missions, like where it's like, fuck, dude, I had to do like some mission as Mary Jane, where like walking around.
Yeah, I heard that's like the big criticism of the Spider-Man game, that they make you play as Mary Jane and shit.
Like, yeah, just let me be like at least stealth Spider-Man. Just make me do stealth missions, bro.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about when we were playing it. We were like, we get that you have to like break up the gameplay. You can't have Spider-Man just fighting an army of people every level, but like the old like PS2 Spider-Man, it was like they would have you do a stealth level to break it up. But in this one, they're having you like play as Mary Jane and shit.
Oh god.
Edward's laughing at John Candy trying to get his parka off. Dude, yeah, this scene is so fucking funny, man. He's trying to get that fucking thing off.
Somehow part of me rewatching
the music in this scene too, dude.
Dude, part of me rewatching this movie makes me feel like the reactions that I'm having right now were the exact same reactions I had when I first watched this.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh my god. The music in this scene, man. It's so good.
Oh god, this is so funny.
And then Steve Martin wakes up and he's just like, "What's wrong?"
After this guy was like fighting for his life.
What's happening?
He was messing around.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack and I got when we were playing the Spider-Man game, we got so bored during the Peter Parker missions that there's a part where you have to control this like robotic arm and figure out how to repair it, and Jack and I were just like making it look like it's jacking itself off. Like that's how bored we got during the Peter Parker missions. That's how Jack and I deal with boredom when in video games.
Yeah, that's a funny thing about video games, man. That sometimes they just make you do random missions, and you're like, "This is not fun."
I know, man, and it's like there's got to be a better way to break up this gameplay, and I think the solution is stealth. Have a stealth level. That's the solution.
He's going the wrong way.
PS2 did correctly. The PlayStation 2 Spider-Man. Anyone remember that shit? When you had to sneak around Oscorp? And if you got caught, the super soldier robots would come out and murder your ass.
Yeah. It's like you're driving the wrong way.
Oh my god, dude, this is the situation I had with my uncle.
Oh yeah, that's what he had to reverse. He had to back up.
Yeah, man, we almost ran into a fucking on the bridge of the tractor trailer. Yeah, he was like, I can't even. The sun's shining through the windshield. I'm just gonna go. Oh, great. Well, now we're in a 1-lane road. If you're listening, Uncle Bruce, I love you.
Dude, I'm like sucked into this movie. I'm like just completely like just watching it.
This is when he's the devil right here. This is great.
This movie's insane, man.
There goes the luggage, dude.
Damn.
Oh fuck! They're digging into the dashboard.
This movie's too funny. This movie's actually like hilarious, man. Again, it feels like I'm watching this for the first time. It's insane.
That's what I'm saying, man. Every time you watch this movie, it's like the first time.
It feels like the first time. But for me, it really does feel that way because I haven't seen this movie like since in 7 years. Like we saw this like 7 years ago.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of what art is in a way. You know, there's that whole like multiverse thing where it's like, you know, if you had infinite monkeys typing on infinite typewriters, then one of them would type out would write the works of Shakespeare, you know, infinite times. And it's almost like that, where I don't want to take any steam away from this movie, but it is like sometimes you just hit on something.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's just magic. You know?
Yes.
Like there's one little tweak you could make to this movie and it just wouldn't be the same.
Yes.
You know?
And it's fascinating that you say that because I've been thinking about that in regards to director's cuts versions of movies.
Okay.
And I say that because I remember that a lot of movies have a director's cut, you know. Oftentimes, like if I love a movie and what I watch was the theatrical cut of the movie, that's what I want to watch. Because oftentimes the director's cut of the movie ruins it. It ruins the movie. It's almost like the director doesn't know like what they had in the first place. But sometimes when you have a movie, you know, and in the instance of like a director's cut, you add like 10 minutes extra footage, you know, meaning that you're elongating scenes, you add in deleted scenes to the movies. It just destroys the pacing of the film and it just makes it into something else completely. And sometimes the movie just doesn't work anymore, you know. Like I remember that one time, like we watched Talladega Nights at your house, I remember. And
yeah.
At some point I realized I was like, why is the movie not hitting? You know, and maybe it's just that Talladega Nights is not as funny as I thought it was. But at some point I realized, like, oh, we're watching the director's cut of this film. Like we were watching the unrated, like extended version of Talladega Nights. And I was like, oh, that's why this sucks, you know, and that's why there's scenes that I can't remember, you know, so it's like a whole thing, you know. And I remember also listening to Game Grumps. And Dan of Game Grumps was talking about how he loved like a Steve Carell movie, you know, and that he just thought it was perfect. And then he watched like the director's cut of the movie and it ruined it, you know, it destroyed the pacing of the jokes, it destroyed the pacing of the movie, you know. And then when we watched Talladega Nights, I had that experience where I was like, oh, this is destroying this movie. Like there's added scenes, there's extra footage, scenes going on longer than they initially do. Like it's destroying the pacing of the film. And it's fascinating that you say that about this movie because, like you said, adding or cutting a scene from this movie, it really could just like throw the whole thing off. You know, it's like this like exact science with movies, man. It's insane.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, and it's just like it's like that 1 in a million thing where it's like there's no science to making a hit like this either.
It just happened.
Because if there was, then everyone would do it. You know, it's like you got the perfect, just the cast: Steve Martin and John Candy.
Yes,
you take out either Steve Martin or you take out John Candy, and you have the other one, and it wouldn't have been nearly as good. You know, it's like But that's kind of what makes art beautiful, you know. It's not a science.
Yeah.
In some ways it is, but in a lot of ways it's not.
Yeah.
You know. And that's kind of the fuck, dude.
Why would I put it?
Kindness.
Kindness.
You stole it.
But something
I love when he grabs them and they start like he shakes them around. I love this shit. Here he goes. I put the card back in your wallet, and it's in the card.
Yeah, he put it in the glove compartment.
Holy shit!
Oh god!
Oh fuck, man!
So silly. But another point that I wanted to make. Ooh. And then he just falls over. Another point that I wanted to make about this whole thing was that I think there's also like often, you know, and this is one of those movies, not animated, but I think there's also some movies that have had a deep effect on me, even if not like a life-changing effect. One of them being like the Before trilogy of films. I feel like I've introduced those movies to everybody that I've known. It's like, just watch them.
Yeah.
But often I think about the Ethan Hawke line where he talks about like the perfect relationship. He goes like, you know, the perfect relationship really is one where, you know, your partner is as forgetful about your jokes as your jokes are repetitive. You know, like you remember that scene, right? Where he's like, if like he says something along the lines like, if I tell this joke, you know, and then like in 5 years I tell the same joke, but you don't remember it anymore, it's like it's new, and then you laugh like it's new, but it's just the same old joke that I tell like every 5 years.
Is that the second or third one?
It might be the first one. I think it's either the first or the second one. I think it's the first.
I just watched the first one. I don't remember.
It's not in there. It's either the first or the second one. It's one of those two. It has to be. I know it for a fact. It's not the third one. It's either the first or the second one. But I think about that all the time. You know, about the idea of that. You know, this kind of repetition of everything, just live or whatever. But I'm thinking about that in the like with this movie, right? Because with this movie, like you said, there's like a freshness to this movie where you watch it every year and it's like new. And for me, I'm feeling that way because I haven't watched this in 6 years and it's like brand new, you know. And that's pretty cool. You know, it's pretty cool, man.
Well, it seems like we picked the right movie for the Thanksgiving special.
Yeah, this is a
I
great
mean,
pick.
there's no way I could have picked anything else. I mean, what am I going to pick?
Yeah, no, this is a great pick. This is a great
New
pick.
World by Terrence Malick. Like, what else is even appropriate for the season?
No, this is a great pick, and it's funny that
Jack and Jill.
Yeah, right. It's funny because you know, I knew you were gonna pick this movie too. You know, but this was the perfect pick anyway. You know, this was it. Driving in their Flintstones car. It's funny they made a Flintstones reference because now this looks like a Flintstones car.
You know what I've been watching? I was telling Jack this. I've been watching my new guilty pleasure on YouTube right now is caving videos. I came across a caving video the other day.
Define caving. What does that mean?
Hey, like the movie The Descent.
Okay,
when they go down, they rappel through caves underground. Dude, there's some of the most anxiety-inducing fucking videos ever. Like caving and urban exploration videos where people climb. Have you ever seen those videos where people climb like cranes and shit?
No, because those videos make the bottom of my feet feel tingly.
Yeah, and they make your hands sweat.
Yes.
Right.
Make me uncomfortable.
Exactly. Well, caving videos will send you into a full-blown panic because dude, I was watching one the other day, man. Like, I don't know, dude. It's like once in a while, you know, you just get like a certain type of video on YouTube or whatever your vice is, TikTok, whatever it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
You just go down a rabbit hole, you know?
Yeah.
And for me, like this past week, it's been caving videos. Just watching caving videos, and I'm like, holy shit, dude.
It's all just The Descent.
Yeah. Like Well, the movie The Descent is horrifying without the monsters. Like even before the
but
monsters
that caving stuff is really
fucking horrifying.
That caving stuff's really off-putting too, especially when you know how people have died, where they just like hit a dead end, but they can't go backwards, so you're just dead essentially. That kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it really makes me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, they get stuck, or they get stuck in rising water.
Yeah.
No, dude, I was watching one the other day. There's a channel called so there's a channel called Action Adventure Twins. It's these two brothers in a van that go down. They go caving. Yeah, they go caving, and they have all these caving videos, and they have they have other urban. I think they have urban exploration videos, but their main thing is caving. Dude, that shit is like adrenaline junkie stuff. Like I saw in one of the comments was like, I think these adrenaline junkies are like, they're like drug addicts or alcoholics, where they're just like, oh, I need a new level, and it's not going to kill me. This one won't kill me, you know? And that's what it is, dude. Because normal people, like, I have no desire to ever go caving.
Yeah,
you know, there's no reason to do it.
And it's fascinating because I've watched
some people, they just want to go do that.
No, I've watched some documentaries about that. Like I've watched documentaries about mountain climbing, like those guys that like do like free solo climbing. Like free solo is like when you don't even have like harnesses and protection.
Yeah, that's another one.
And a lot of them just end up with like a funeral at the end because the guy just dies. You know, like I've watched a couple of those like free soloing documentaries, and at the end of the movie, the guy's always dead. You know, because no, dude, I'm serious. I'm completely serious. I'm not even joking. Because it was just like oh, you know. We watched him do like two things that while he's doing it, you're like, oh my god, dude, you shouldn't probably be doing that. And then he just goes like, but I have this one other one, you know, and then they die, you know, and it's like, oh my god, dude.
No.
Yeah.
I need to watch that free solo thing. My uncle was actually recommending that to me.
Yeah, it's a great documentary, the 2018 documentary. What was that guy? Alex Honnold, that guy.
Yeah. No, dude, I saw one of those the other day.
The one that I'm talking about, dude, there's one of them called The Alpinist. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I think the name.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it's called The Alpinist.
So. The name sounds familiar.
It has like a 3.9 on Rotten Tomatoes. Like I watched it. It was a great rating. It's a good documentary, and it's about this guy called Marc-Andre Leclerc. Like that's one of those that I've watched. That's one of those free solo ones, and that guy dies. You know, like it's one of those. Like it's one of those. Like this guy's doing too much. You're watching the documentary and you understand like, oh, this guy's like doing too much, like he's pushing it, he's trying to do something that sounds really dangerous, and then it's like, oh, he's dead, you know. That stuff's crazy. Those guys, man, those guys that are just like living on the edge like that is just until they find it. It's always just until they find it. Like until they find that edge, you know, it's somewhere.
Yeah, well, I was watching that the Action Adventure Twins the other day. That they have a video where you know, they have GoPros attached to their helmets or whatever. And so the main guy, the two brothers, and they go down in this cave, and the cave system they go down into is called the Nervous Breakdown. And dude, it's like this claustrophobic, dry, rocky cave that they go down into, like in The Descent. And they go down in, and at one point, the main guy says to his brother, "Hey, you wait here, and I'm gonna descend down further and see if I can find the
exit,
the passage that we're supposed to go to."
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So his brother, dude, so he descends down, and at a certain point, he calls up to his brother. He's like, James, and his brother doesn't answer, and he's like, "Fuck, dude." And he's like, this place is a maze. I'm lost. And dude, what I want to impart with this is like how quiet it is in there. That's the one thing that I took away from them. That these videos, because there's no water, and it's like, you remember when you were a little kid and you would climb inside a box and how quiet it was in there, and if you would raise your voice, there wasn't even an echo. That's how quiet it is. He's like climbing around in this cave. Everything looks the same. He's just completely lost. In 30 minutes, he like can't find his way out.
Yeah.
And at one point, he sees like marker tape that he recognizes. and he goes like, James, and his brother answers. He's like,
My
yeah.
God.
And you're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, that's too much.
You're like,
man.
holy shit, man. And when they get out, and it's like, it's always daytime when they go down, and when they come out, it's nighttime.
Yeah,
like
it's
they're
too
always
much.
in there for like 8 hours.
It's too
Like,
much.
I know, man. And it's like, what is this, man?
He said, let's get out of
But
here.
talking about the free,
Let's
talking
get
about
out
the
of here
free
before
solo
anybody
thing,
sees us.
dude. Because I was watching those caving videos, the algorithm actually recommended me some of those free solo videos too.
Yeah.
And I saw one where a guy fell, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he survived, but because he falls and he tumbles
Dude,
down,
that stuff's so dangerous,
and
man.
then one
like,
of the other guys like catches him.
This stuff's so dangerous. Like I think this artist named Arca. No, I think it was Sophie, like a musical artist. That's how they died, you know. And I've been listening to. It's interesting that you bring this stuff up. But I've been listening to Nick Cave, as I've said in the previous episode. I'm still listening to him because I love Nick Cave. And I listened to his album Magneto. Not his album. Skeleton Tree is the name of the album. And that album is it's one of those kind of like post-mortem albums because his kid died that way. His kid died like he fell, from like a cliff. I think he was doing that kind of stuff. His son.
Shit.
And that's how his son died. And then that album is just completely just ruminating on existence and stuff like that. It's very heavy. It's incredible.
Damn.
Like the album's incredible. I think it's like in terms of like the quality of it, it's incredible. But it's one of the most depressing things you could listen to. His Skeleton Tree album from like 2016. Man.
Yeah, that's nuts, man.
Yeah.
Here's Chuck McGill. Saul Goodman.
It is Michael McKean, right?
Yeah, Jack's one of the Breaking Bad folks who hasn't seen Better Call Saul. This is Saul Goodman's brother.
Yeah, you gotta watch Better Call Saul. That is his brother.
Yeah.
Dude, that's in my queue for sure. I'm watching since Stranger Things is new season's coming out. I never watched it.
That missed me. That missed me, man. That came out we're in like college, like first year, and that just missed me completely.
Stranger Things is good. I like Stranger Things. It's good.
That's what I heard, so I'm watching it for the first time.
It's good.
I like it so far.
Yeah, it's like the first 2 seasons are good. The third, if I'm remembering my numbers correctly here, the third season is like, yeah. But then season 4, the most recent one, is like fantastic, and then they're heading into the 5th and final one. Yeah, Stranger Things is good stuff.
Well, apparently this new season is going to be super expensive. Like each episode is like 20 million or something per episode, and each episode is going to be like a movie length, like an hour and a half or something like that.
Oh man,
it's like the most expensive thing on Netflix. This new season. Like it cost them like
it's funny,
almost
man.
like 500 million to make the last season of that show.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Like the fact that Cobra Kai and then Stranger Things are both ending in the same year feels like very indicative of the whole 80s nostalgia era coming to an end.
It's done. It's done, for sure.
Yeah.
It's time for the
because like
90s,
Cobra Kai
2000s.
ended this earlier, like back in March or February or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done. I think those kind of, because those 2 were like the biggest of the 80s Renaissance kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure, especially Stranger Things, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Jack, I've talked about it on the show before, but Better Call Saul will change your life, man. I still to this day think about the last season of Better Call Saul, and I'm like, oh man, Mr. Goodman, things could have been so different, sir. You could have. Do you agree with that, Edward? Weren't there so many points in that show where Saul could have just gone a different direction?
100%, but I guess that's kind of like a bit of the thing with that, isn't it?
Such a tragedy, man.
Yeah.
You're just like, fuck, dude. You fucking, ugh. What did you get yourself into, man?
Yeah, it's one of those shows, right, where you're just like like you said, you just see so many windows in which things could have gone differently, but it's just like this, like it's just like a train, you know. You're just watching
I
it
know.
go, and it's just not stopping.
I know, man. It's like truly the tragedy of our generation, man. The tragedy work of art.
It's interesting because Vince, like they asked him like about making like a new show with like the Pluribus show or whatever, and his answer was that he was like he said every generation deserves their own version of a great story, you know.
Yeah.
And he said that's why I'm
yeah.
not making like another like thing stuck in that like world, you know. It's like it's time to move on.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad, man. I even felt like El Camino was a step too far. Like I think Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad were enough. Like I didn't even think we needed El Camino.
Now they're having
It's like, yeah,
their
that's enough.
now they're having their actual heartfelt thing, their actual heartfelt exchange.
Yeah, this right here, Edward, was you and me after first year when
right.
when I moved out of the dorm, and
Yeah.
I was
We're just
this
like
is, like I literally thought of
together.
this
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, like oh, see you, man.
Yeah, we had
And then
had
we
one of
roomed-
those, you know. Yeah, it was
then we-
like that. It really was.
Yeah. And then we roomed together sophomore, junior, and senior year.
Yeah, right. It's funny. Doesn't this movie ends like that movie, the Green Book, doesn't it? Like where they're just like, come to my house for the holidays, you know.
I don't even remember much from that Green Book.
That Green Book was so
I just
fucking bad.
remember. Yeah,
Like it was so, it was such a fucking cliche. It even ends like this. Like it ends like, you know, because at the end of the day they like separate. But I think Mahershala Ali's like, no, I think it's the other way around. It's either Mahershala Ali or the other guy, like where they just like they invite them and then they show up and then they have like dinner together for the holiday and the movie ends. It was like one of those, you know. I remember when we watched
yeah.
Green Book, I was like, isn't this how Plane, Trains, and Automobile ends? It's like ends in this goofy like way, you know.
That's funny.
It makes sense for this movie. Like it's
Well,
perfect for this movie, but with the Green Book, I was like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, well the you know what's funny, man, about the Oscar movies of the last 10 years or so? It's like they just come and go, dude. Like no one watches them. No one talks. Like Green Book was like an Oscar movie
It came
at the
and went.
time.
It came and went.
But in 2025, no one's saying like, "Oh, you gotta watch Green Book."
No,
man.
it came and went, and it's funny because I think it
yeah.
also won something. Like it won something. I have to look it up. Like, what did that movie even win?
All
they're
of them,
having
dude.
the little flashback section of the movie.
Yeah, I, Tanya, 3 Billboards, like they all just come and go.
They come and go.
Dude, you know,
They come and go. They're like a thing for like just the season, and then they disappear like they never existed. It won 3 Oscars. Green Book. It won Best
holy shit.
Picture of the Year, Best Actor, and Best Original Screenplay, dude. My God, man. And nobody
Wow.
talks about that movie. It won Best Picture. Nobody even talks about it.
You know what, man? We got at least like 90 something years of great cinema from the 20th century and the first decade.
It came
and a
back
half
for him,
of,
dude.
The 21st century. We got endless amounts of an endless amount of movies to watch from.
We do. He
those
came back for
years, 'cause
Dale,
they
man. He
certainly-
came back for that. This movie's a romance. It really is.
I know, man. Yeah, this movie's a great exploration of friendship.
It
if you think
is,
about it.
yeah.
I mean, it's just like, yeah, it's great.
Now you get like kind of a bit of his backstory.
I love you guys.
Hey, I love you, brothers. To season 4.
I'll tell you what, though, man. I know I was talking about caving videos being my guilty pleasure on YouTube, but you know what will never stop being my guilty pleasure is Chris motherfucking Hansen, dude.
You're always on that, dude.
Oh my god, I can't stop watching Chris
You're
Hansen
always
videos,
on those
dude.
Chris Hansen videos.
Dude, you know what's been happening the past like 6 episodes that he puts out? Every episode, the Predator comes, he sits the guy down, and he talks to him, and then when he says, well, there's something else you need to know. I'm Chris Hansen. Dude, the Predator, every time he goes, oh my god, and he stands up and he runs out, and the police have to go chase him down.
Oh my god.
They don't. They don't recognize him, but they know the name.
But it's true.
Crazy.
Chris Harrison is like a very kind of like milquetoast, like whatever looking guy. So it's like he is unrecognizable, but you know the name. You know the name. You know the name Chris Hansen.
Dude, I swear to God, the past 8 episodes he's released, they don't recognize him, and he says the name, and they have a panic attack.
Just panic.
And the police have to come in and tackle him.
Dude, he should have a say my name moment.
That's crazy.
He should have a moment where he just goes, say my name.
Chris Hansen.
You goddamn right.
You goddamn right. Oh fuck, man. Oh shit.
So they know, they feel it in their bones. It's just when he says it, it becomes real. Hello, Mr. Griffin.
Chris Hansen's my hero, dude. I love Chris Hansen.
You're a hero.
He's my hero, dude. He's one of them.
The 80s score.
What a beautiful ending.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ending.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a great ending to this movie.
Oh.
And John Candy found a new family with this guy, new friend.
They never made a sequel. They never made a stupid follow-up, soft reboot.
No, it's one of those. It's just a perfect.
They might be able to. They might be able to make a remake of it in 2027.
I know, man. I hope not. There goes John Candy.
Yeah, dude,
man.
one of this, and they just ends on a still shot of him. One of the great, all-time great, like just feel good. This is a John Hughes movie. I thought you said it was Chris Columbus. This is one of those just.
Isn't it?
No, it's a John Hughes movie. They just said it.
Chris Columbus had something to do with this. I thought. I think he wrote it or something.
But this is one of the all-time great feel-good movies.
Yeah,
just all-time great, for sure.
Let me look this up. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, because they just said it was written and directed by John Hughes, the same guy that made The Breakfast Club.
Oh shit! Wait, but there's some connection between this and Home Alone besides John Candy. Oh, John Hughes wrote Home Alone, directed by Chris Columbus.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
You brought Chris Columbus into something that he didn't belong. And at some point at the beginning of this episode, somebody in the audience was gonna be like, "These guys are idiots. These guys are buffoons."
I have to. Dude, one of our posts that I scheduled to promote this episode says, "Join us for Chris Columbus's."
You should leave it. Then you should leave it. There's like farming. There's like farming engagement. Like we talked about that before. Like that's how people farm engagement. They just like put something wrong so people can correct them.
That's right. They do. Yeah.
Anybody who made it to this point.
One wrong thing.
Yeah.
You said that, right? They put one wrong thing
farm engagement
in the video so that
just
people
to like
comment,
rage bait.
Yes.
correcting you.
Yeah. So anybody.
It's so you get more comments and people being like, actually, that's not correct.
Yeah. So anybody who made it this far, you guys are in on the bit now with Chris Columbus and John Hughes.
That's
going
correct.
out for the year with rage bait.
Yeah. Right. What a better way to get engagement.
Exactly. Yep. If you're still listening, you're in on the bit. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it in there.
Anybody listening to this, anybody who made it this far, put down in the comments. I mean, anything that you're grateful for this year. Happy holidays. But also, anybody who made it this far, just write down in the comments, Chris Columbus. And then whatever else. Just put the name Chris Columbus in the comments. Chris Columbus the GOAT.
Just comment Chris Columbus.
Or just write directed by Chris Columbus. One of those. Whatever you want. Make it fun.
Fuck. All right, boys. Well, anything you guys want to say to the audience? Anything else you want to cover before we... That's it for me. Anything else you guys want to cover before we end the season?
It's been a season. Thanks everybody for joining us. Deep season 3. Next year, season 4, we're coming back better than ever. So just be here, be square. This is the best film show on the internet. Share it with everybody that you know. And let's just keep having fun.
I believe that, man. We are the best. We're the best film show out there. Critical Drinker be damned. Critical Drinker, I love you, but we're better. We're better.
We're better for sure.
Yeah, we're better. All right, everybody. Well, yeah, it's been a good season. We appreciate you. That's another year come and gone, another Thanksgiving come and gone. Everybody enjoy Thanksgiving coming up in a few days.
Yeah.
Be thankful for what you got. And have a wonderful Christmas holiday season.
Wonderful Christmas.
And yeah, by now you guys know the deal. We'll be back sometime in
January. For
you
sure.
know, late January, early February. It's usually late January, you know. But
usually we record the first episode in January and it comes out in February.
Yeah. You know, we miss you guys. We just end up missing you guys so much.
Yeah,
We're
do.
like, yeah, we'll just bring it back.
Yeah, but we'll have you know, if we kick enough rocks towards our clips guy, there'll be clips, you know, for us to. We'll run down the greatest hits of the season with you guys. Maybe.
Oh, there'll be clips.
Yeah.
There'll be clips for sure. We'll keep the clips coming, everybody. Yeah. Make sure you like, subscribe. But yeah, if you're listening by now, you're probably subscribed already. But yeah, we love you guys. Thanks for listening. I sincerely really hope you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving.
I do as well.
Holiday and a fantastic Christmas / holiday season. We'll see you next year, guys.
Trademark with a big ass star at the very end.
Oh yeah, here's the post credit.
Here's the post credit. He's still choosing.
He's like, still looking at the ads.
Oh god,
he's got a Thanksgiving turkey on the table.
Indecisive.
This has now become a post credits film tangents.
Yeah, it really has, dude.
Too.
1, 2,
we were
or
getting
3.
all sappy, and now we're ending on a bit.
Dude, we had an episode about indecisiveness. This guy didn't listen to it. This guy has to watch.
I know, dude.
That's the end of the movie.
I know, man. I know he's got to follow our advice. All right, everybody. We'll see you guys. Thanks for listening. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. We'll see you in a couple months.
Happy New Year, everybody. Merry Christmas. See ya.
Hello. No one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, Jake. It's Ken Carrington. It's about 2:30. He's still coming over with Edward and Jack for the Friendsgiving. I just wanted to make sure I didn't mishear and that we were supposed to be starting at 2. Anyway, give me a call back if plans change. The turkey's getting cold. Oh, is Edric still bringing that pumpkin pie? Did he just hang up on me? Huh, they must be driving. They'll be here.
Bye.